Continues to be a sellout, and it looks like just about every seat is taken for this, the 37th annual championship of the Atlantic Coast Conference.
At one guard, a 6'2" freshman from Rego Park, New York, number 12, Kenny Anderson. And the other guard, a 6'4" senior from Smyrna, Georgia, number 13, Brian. All big day.
That'll take a little out of you trying to hang with Brian Stith. Outside, off the glass, Brian pass. Virginia had the inbound stolen by Anderson. He takes it in the distance, had it blocked, and got it back. This time he tried to feed off, and it's going to be Georgia Tech.
Also, when you finally do hit some shots, they come at the crucial time.
Anderson for three. His first score of the day. Dennis Scott all alone to pull it off for Tech. Kenny Anderson's going to take another one. Mackey, another offensive rebound. This time it won't go for him. Crotty has a step on Anderson, but he stole it. And they're going to call Crotty for a kick. Foul on John Crotty. Crotty was working all the way down Cortland trying to find the handle, and you don't do that around Kenny Anderson. He'll swipe it from you.
Well, it's the pressure from the beginning that creates a situation where John Crotty's just not sure of what's going on. He takes his eye off the ball, loses the dribble, and Anderson takes over. But you recognize that John Crotty's played an awful lot of minutes, and he's called upon to do an awful lot of things. One of Terry Holland's biggest worries.
And the Georgia Tech lead's been cut in half. The 8-point margin down to 4. Kenny Anderson somehow found room on the baseline.
One of the few times in a half-court set that Anderson's been allowed to penetrate, and when he does, he puts so much pressure on your front line that you really don't know what you're going to do. Stop him or seal off his passing outlet.
I don't know what the word for Kenny Anderson is. Slither, maybe. He just finds openings where there aren't any.
You got to get that first one off so you feel like you're in a basketball game. He might not be in much longer.
Not if he plays defense like that on Kenny Anderson. Anderson has 9.
Well, that's a tough matchup. You want to look for Georgia Tech and try to get Dennis Scott started early.
Ryan Oliver is the man that starts early. He's got a dozen. I stand corrected. That was a 3-pointer for Turner, and Virginia leads. Kenny Anderson, and he answers with a 3 of his own on the other end. Virginia, almost 4 minutes into the second half. Kenny Anderson decides to take a 3, and he has back-to-back 3-pointers. And the freshman has 15 points. Trades Blunden takes the shot, rattled it off the front. Dennis Scott has another rebound. He's got 9 off the board today for Georgia Tech. Johnny McNeil in close. The clock.
And this is where Georgia Tech could use Brian Oliver, particularly from the outside.
Oh, brother. Nice timing.
Dennis Scott.
They work it down. 20 on the shot clock.
Virginia certainly has to come out and play man as they are now, because now it's their turn to create turnovers.
Anderson's 3. He misses him. But what a gift this Georgia Tech team is about to hand to Crimmins today, because they're going to win the 37th ACC championship. The Yellow Jackets do it. Georgia Tech, an ACC champion. A second ACC tournament title for Bobby Crimmins. Terry Holland's final ACC tournament game. He'll coach again in the NCAAs, you can bet. But a happy Bobby Crimmins and a happy Carolyn Crimmins, and the Yellow Jackets win it 70-61. Paul Cameron, let's give it to you. And the 9th-year Georgia Tech coach, who has another championship in the family of Coach Crimmins, looking on. That entire row, relatives and friends, and the freshman who cuts the nets, Kenny Anderson. What a game for the freshman as Georgia Tech wins it 70-61. Paul?